It is that time of the week again. You're tuned into another episode of the UNews Weekly, the weekly audio-video podcast brought to you from the UN Information Office, along with all the UN agencies in the country. I'm your host, Elmira Bitaeva. Welcome to the show. Coming to you in the program, a series of special trainings for young people has been conducted by the Social Innovation and Volunteerism in Uzbekistan project. A platform for volunteers, the volunteer website iact.uz has been launched. Helping volunteers with their projects, many grants have been given out by the project to their volunteers. And joining us this week is Bokhodir Ayupov, the manager of the Social Innovation and Volunteerism in Uzbekistan project. Sometimes schools and universities cannot provide certain skills to young people, and these skills can only be attained through special trainings. The Social Innovation and Volunteerism project has conducted various skills trainings for the young people to improve their skills development.
A series of trainings under the motto Effective Weekends was organized by Social Innovation and Volunteerism in Uzbekistan. Starting on the 12th of October, specialists conducted 5 training sessions on various subjects, including effective training skills, time management, public speaking skills. The chain of trainings was successfully completed by the project management and the art of debates and discussion sessions, where participants, university students, professionals and entrepreneurs, under the guidance of an experienced coach, learned the basics and secrets of the subjects. The theory was presented in an interesting, interactive form, backed up by practice, discussions and informative handouts. Thus, during these trainings, young people were able to understand the basics of such complex issues and, most importantly, receive experience, which they can later share with their peers. All trainings were held on weekends in a very warm, close-knit and friendly atmosphere, despite the gloomy weather outside the windows. In the end, each participant received a certificate and wishes for future success. Another recent training that deserves attention addressed the issues of sustainable development, and it was held in the office of the Social Innovation and Volunteerism in Uzbekistan project. Training was a good chance for everyone interested in these issues and to obtain practical skills and training materials for future use. Moreover, our project, together with professional trainer, is now preparing a guide and video on the basics of sustainable development in Uzbek and Russian languages. All this will soon be available for everyone interested.
An important aspect of volunteerism is a platform which will bring volunteers and organizations together. Such platform is the website called iact.uz, which was launched by the Social Innovation and Volunteerism project in Uzbekistan. Details in our next story.
The Social Innovation and Volunteerism has developed a code of conduct and the toolkit for volunteers. It is expected that this will help to facilitate the interaction between volunteers and their organizations, as well as establishing their respective do's and don'ts. But perhaps the biggest and the greatest event is the creation and launch of the long-awaited website iact.uz. An unprecedented nationwide network of volunteers. This online platform was created in order to empower and support volunteers to participate in community development processes, encourage innovators to share and implement their ideas. However, the most important function of iact.uz website is to help volunteers to liaise with organizations. It eases the process of search for organizations, hence results in better cooperation with volunteers. This system holds mutual benefit for both parties. Volunteers receive invaluable experience from participation, and organizations receive gratuitous help from people. In addition to the iact website, the project announced media campaign Volunteer of the Year. After publication of the success stories of volunteers and voting process, the Volunteer of the Year was selected and awarded on December the 5th. In fact, December the 5th is an extremely anticipated day for the project, since it is an International Volunteers Day, and therefore there is a big celebration planned for this occasion, and that took place with flying colors. This event was held in the National Library named after Alisher Navoiy and summarized various contests, projects and events that have taken place throughout the past year, and that also contributed towards the goals of the project and the development and prosperity of the country.
IACT is a place to learn how volunteerism and social innovation can make a difference and contribute to development and peace in our country. It's basically a three-sided platform which allows social innovators to present and share their ideas with peers, and volunteers to to find organizations to collaborate on different worthwhile causes. And at the heart of IACT lies the search engine, which allows us to match organizations and volunteers. And by organizations, I mean foundations, NGOs, and different companies that need help with the realization of their projects. In a nutshell, in a situation where active young people want to volunteer and realize their innovative ideas, but do not know how and where to take action, IACT is just a perfect solution, and I think it has a huge potential in our country.
One of the biggest achievements and accomplishments of the project was the creation of the Mini Grants program and the creation of the Social Innovation Lab. Details about the lab and the Mini Grants program in our next story.
At the heart of our activities lies a mini grants project whereby, for now, about 20 local initiatives have already benefited from funding opportunities. In parallel, the project planned the launch of Social Innovation Lab, which will serve as an open space providing access to the necessary equipment and expertise to take social innovation projects all the way from ideation through to implementation. The lab is a mutual product of Westminster International University in Tashkent and the Social Innovations and Volunteerism project, and it is going to be a place for prototyping, brainstorming and exchanging of ideas with peers. The project and the university are pioneering the concept of Social Innovation Laboratory for the very first time in Uzbekistan, backed up with success stories in other countries worldwide.
So the background to the Social Innovation Lab is that we would like to see young people in Uzbekistan to be able to come up with small-scale socially innovative projects on the challenges they encounter in their communities, be they of, say, environmental, social or demographic nature. So we realized that we need to come up with a full support package for these young people, and this is why we are developing the Social Innovation Lab. So there are 3 types of support that we would like to offer. First of all, guidance and expertise. So the Social Innovation Lab will be the space where they can access, say, the latest methodologies and informational material on social innovation. Then second, the Social Innovation Lab will be the space through which we can issue public challenges or grant opportunities. And thirdly, and perhaps most importantly, the Social Innovation Lab is the very physical space where they can work on their project. So it will provide a working environment with the necessary materials that they need to succeed. So perhaps the world where we are now, we have identified a space for the Social Innovation Lab, and it will be in the National Library of Uzbekistan, named after Alisher Navoiy. And what we are working on right now is to establish a strong partnership for the everyday running and maintenance of the lab.
The Social Innovation and Volunteerism project has been promoting an active social life and volunteerism among the youth. And joining our program today is Bokhodir Ayupov, the manager of the project, who will tell us in details about the achievements of the project and its future plans. Hello, Bokhodir Ayupov. Welcome to the program.
Hello, Nigina, and thank you very much for inviting me here today.
Our first question is, can you share some of the most exciting success stories behind your project?
Volunteerism being one of the 2 major areas of our project. Of course, we do have a lot of success stories of our volunteers, although it is a little bit difficult for me to pick the most successful ones and the most interesting ones. But to start with, I would probably take this girl from Fergana who taught a group of young ladies with disabilities to make products from beads. This has been quite a success, and we heard a lot of interesting news about this project. Another example being another volunteer of ours who decided to give a additional financial knowledge to those young people coming out of orphanages, so that when they start studying, they have a better control over their personal finances. I think this is very important, especially considering that by that time, personal finance is not really, an issue of importance as it seems to them. So that project of our volunteers is very successful too. Another volunteer decided to tackle a problem of, again, orphans who have problems with integrating into society when they come out of orphanages. And he decided to tackle that problem by organizing a theater for orphans, and half of the participants of that theater coming out of being young people from families, and half of them being from orphanages. So in a way, he's trying to use this theater context as a way of starting an early integration process for them. There's a lot of other examples I would share, but currently there's this Volunteer of the Year campaign going, and we are announcing all these success stories online and on our website. And on 5th of December, International Volunteers Day, we will be sharing all those stories, and we will have participants of that huge event helping us to vote and elect and identify the Volunteer of the Year.
The project has been conducting various skills development trainings. Can we expect some more in the future? And if so, what will they be about?
Yes. We had various training courses delivered. In fact, just delivering training is not the direct purpose of our project. We do have a big area of civil education, and in the framework of this initiative, we had organized several trainings directed to personal and professional development of young people. These are topics like time management, project management basics, sustainable development. We had another training conducted to the staff of the National Library of Uzbekistan on working with people with disabilities. There was a separate training on conducting effective trainings. As a matter of fact, the strategy that we're taking here is to develop these training packs with training manuals for trainers, so that anyone who is more or less able to work with the audience can take those training packs, prepare on their own, and deliver those trainings to their peers. We are having a collaboration with this association of support to children and families, and just a couple of days ago we delivered a training on conducting effective trainings to the regional representative activist volunteers of this association. So we now hope to give the training packs and all the training topics that we have developed to them, so that in the future they will be delivering trainings in regions. So this is the plan. But next year we will absolutely have a lot more trainings. We will continue this very interesting training on social innovation, for example, that we've delivered twice this year, attracting, engaging international trainers. We have developed a training pack on social innovation too. And of course, there will be a separate training developed on volunteerism. Because we work with volunteers, it is really important for volunteers to know their rights and responsibilities, what is expected of them, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
We know that you recently held a contest called Spot on Social Innovation. Can you tell us a little bit about the contest and what were the prizes and who participated in it?
Yes, well, frankly speaking, I'm not really fond of contests, but very often, because we work with youth, very often contests is the way to attract their attention and get our job done. For example, this contest that you mentioned, yes, we announced it about a month ago, and this is part of our plan to get the understanding of social innovation and volunteerism out there, so that people start thinking about it. We can post definitions of social innovation 1,000 times, but unless people actually start thinking about this for themselves, we may not achieve a lot of success. So this contest put as a condition for young people to shoot their own social video clip. with mobile phone, with anything that they can record their social spots with. And it has to be 1 minute long. So this requires them to go and search for social innovation. These social spots should make it very clear what social innovation is for viewers. And for anyone willing, they can shoot the social spot on volunteerism. So the end result that we expect is, nice social spots that we can roll on Facebook, on our website, for people to see and to understand what social innovation is all about, and what volunteerism is all about, what the potential of volunteerism is. So we have, of course, we have a prize for that, and that will be awarded on 5th of December, International Volunteers Day. Other contests that we are holding, one being, for example, this creative print for eco bags. Also one of the projects of our volunteers, very interesting project. And this group of volunteers are working on creating eco bags. And this is a part of a bigger campaign on reducing the use of plastic bags. So we already have approximate number of winners for that contest, and the winners will also be awarded during the International Volunteers Day. Very interesting contest that we have been running for the whole year with the Legislative Chamber of Uzbekistan Parliament this year was called Parliamentarism Connoisseur, or Ace of Parliamentarism. Young people have been engaged in this contest, answering questions, online quizzes on the official webpage of Legislative Chamber of Oli Majlis, and of course the main aim of the contest being increase of pool of parliamentarism professionals, which we lack today. So just this morning, there was a huge event where winners of this contest have been announced. They have been given prizes, and the whole Legislative Chamber management was there to greet them.
One of the most notable achievements of the project was the creation of Café Scientifique, which has been getting a lot of attention lately. How did that come about?
Social innovation. Social innovation led us to Café Scientifique, because Café Scientifique is a very clear example of social innovation. If we take as a definition of social innovation an untraditional or innovative approach to solving or addressing some social problems, then Café Scientifique addresses this social problem by inviting scientists to a very non-academic atmosphere, like restaurants, pubs, or cafes, and having them explain their areas or any chosen topic in a very simple way, without use of complicated terminology. And it's really innovative, because audience is not there sitting with pens and papers, but with cups of coffee. And discussion in Café Scientifique is very informal, and there are no silly questions. Any questions are acceptable, and people even come in dress in a very informal way, just like they do when they go to a restaurant or a cafe. So this is this initiative was one of our attempts to show the society the example of social innovation. We will be giving a lot more examples of social innovation, not only by help of our volunteer groups, but with the help of our own project team too.
Thank you very much for joining us today. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you very much for your interest, and very good luck with your wonderful work.
With that, our 28th episode of the UNews Weekly comes to an end. If you liked it, don't forget to share your thoughts and visit our website at www.un.uz or our Facebook page at facebook.com/UnicTashkent. Share your thoughts. We'll see you next week.